In workers' compensation in New York State, over 95% of people who are injured on the job do get lawyers. It does make sense. Our fees are taken out of any awards that you would, it's a contingent fee, so there are no costs ever to you. Our fees are always paid out by the insurance company, and they come out of any awards and are approved by the judge in front of you. So you never pay for an attorney. The fees are always awarded separately. Uh, to me, if you have an injury, anything more significant than a bruise or a cut, an injury where you're missing time from work, certainly an injury where you have surgery, something where you're going to be able to work a significant time, it does make sense to have a lawyer. You're going to go to court. Every case does go to court at some point, and you're going to be in front of a judge with a lawyer who's there for the insurance company. It's at that point where you're probably going to say to yourself, wow, I wish I had a lawyer. Also, the cases that are unrepresented very often are called last in the day, and you wind up waiting an entire day for your hearing to be called. And that's just, for me, I can't stand waiting in line. I hate those kind of things. That would be enough for me alone to want to get an attorney. Well, people come to us at all different points in their cases. We have clients that will literally call us on the way to the hospital. We have clients that will call us the day after they're injured. There's really no right time. I always tell clients you'd rather have an attorney who's there to prevent problems than fix problems. Obviously, we can do both. We can fix any problem that you have, but it's so much more effective to prevent the problems. We often have clients that will come to us when their first test is denied. The insurance companies will often deny the MRI initially, or they won't pay initially. So we have clients come to us at that point. We unfortunately a lot of times we'll have clients who will come to us once the payments are cut off, and then we have to apply for hearing and go through a whole process, and that goes into the fixing problems where we have to go in front of the judge and now present evidence to get payments restored or picked up. Those are the times that I think we often see clients come in. To me, it's better to come in earlier on. There are so many issues that come up in workers' compensation cases that you would have no idea how to address it. And frankly, why would you? If I have a problem with I can change a light bulb. I can't fix wiring. There are times you have to call a professional, and that's what we're here for. We're here to protect your cases and to make sure that the insurance company attorneys don't attempt to, deprive you of benefits that you are without question entitled to. They certainly will nickel and dime you. They will lowball you, even on settlements. So the fees that are paid out by the insurance company, certainly we more than make up for any money that fee would be by getting you an award that's a far higher award. I don't think it's prudent to attempt to do a major injury case on your own. Yeah, that's a great question. And we're seeing, obviously, because of the pandemic, more and more of that. And, even friends of mine, people who aren't involved in cases are transitioning and working from home. It's if you're injured while you are doing work, you should be covered. And again, that that should is the main word. You still have to prove this. We had a client recently. He was working home when the ceiling collapsed on them. Obviously, it wasn't their employer's fault, but they were working and doing work when this happened. That clearly is something that's covered. What we're seeing a lot of is, people who work from home don't necessarily have the same ergonomic setup that they have in their offices. They don't have the good keyboards or standing desks or things like that. And we're seeing a lot more carpal tunnel syndrome. We're seeing a lot of overuse injuries to the hands, the wrists, and those are more difficult to prove. But if you have medical evidence that says if you have been typing in a different work environment and it's causing you pain or it's causing you problems, that should be covered. We're going to see this happening more and more. And we're going to have to probably litigate most of these cases. Is the slip and fall covered if you're in your kitchen? It's going to be a very fact-based decision and discussion. But to me, honestly, if you're in your workday, through whatever your work hours are, and you have an injury that occurs to you, wherever you are, you should be covered. It's the same thing as if you're working on a job site that's not in your office. If you're doing work, if you're providing a benefit for your employer, you're entitled to work in a safe environment, even if the environment is your own home. So we do expect to be seeing a lot more of these over the next few years, and I will continue to keep you posted on, how those cases have gone. We have seen quite a few that we've held in already as being compensable. A couple carpal tunnel cases, like I said, that ceiling collapse that I told you about. It's an area of the law that we never expected to really have to deal with. As far as the work at home cases, it all goes along with the initial few questions we asked. Again, when you're injured on the job under any circumstances, you really have to have an attorney representing you. The law in New York State has gotten much more complex, much more complicated. The law judges are not there to help you; they're there to adjudicate the cases. It's up to you to prosecute your case and get yourself protected. So that's what we do here. So anytime you have a question, you should feel free to call us. You can look at our website at workerscompny.com or call us on our main number at 516-594-0909. You can ask for me, Adam Rosen, with any questions you have, and I'd be more than happy to give you a free consultation on the phone as well. Thank you.